And we should possibly, potentially, yeah, we should be good. I think we are good. Let's do this. Let's play us some FHM, why don't we, to round out the night. So again, a big-time fire sale towards the end of last night. I don't know if there's really anything more we can do in terms of the fire sale. The big decision was, do we keep Ovi heading in the next season? We can't sell him. He has an NTC. So does Nick Leddy. William Karlsson is going to be here for a little bit, which is fine. I think we were going to look to keep Ovi because, again, we're still going to have a shitload of money to work with. And maybe, just maybe, Ovi could keep that, could get that goal, you know, that goal record here. He's still pretty far away. I don't think he's going to make it. So yeah, I think we are, we're going to offer Ovi that deal and see what happens. But like I said, from there's really not much we can do, and we'll just see if this super young team is somehow capable of making the playoffs. We could get picks for Line, but nothing really worth the value. He's pretty much worth keeping. And so we shall. So we shall. So there we go. Ovi will be back next season, which again, I am perfectly fine with. And tonight, the game plan is, hold on a second. I'm a real professional. Yeah, the game plan tonight is just to try and get to the draft, maybe. Possibly. It's a little bit late, but at least get to the end of the season. And yeah, I mean, we're falling down the standings right now here. There's really no surprise. It's definitely the game plan. All text, fair enough. I haven't seen one of those movies in a long time. Just try to get Kibiharia. I mean, the funny thing is, we're already stocked up in terms of prospects. It's ridiculous, and it's only going to get better. We have 2 first-round picks this year. Now, whether or not we'll be able to weaponize those 2 first-round picks, I don't know. We may, possibly, but we shall see. Well done, Craze, well done. Holy shit! Tyler Sagan was traded to Anaheim for Sean Behrens. He's 32, 46 points in 59 games. Tyler Sagan to Anaheim. And the news was pondering if I'd fire John Cooper, but I'm not going to. Dallas also traded Adam Mashrin to Vancouver for 2 prospects, Remy De La Fontaine and Mikhail Marco. Cole Lind has been dealt to St. Louis for a 3rd. Taylor Radish was claimed on waivers, not worried about that. Jesper Boqvist traded 1-for-1 for Joe Veleno. So, decent trade there for New Jersey. Couple of deals there. Jonathan Drouin, who went to Vancouver, has been traded to the Devils. Jujhar Khaira also on the move to Dallas. Anthony Mantha re-signs in Detroit, 6 years for almost $9 million a season. And yeah, the big move here is Tyler Sagan off to Anaheim. That brings us up just about to deadline day. 5 days out. And again, there's not really much we can do. Ovi doesn't want to go. It makes no sense to trade Line, who only, you know, he does only have 37 points in 56 games, but obviously a lot of things have changed about this team. Flinner, this is a game available on Steam. Yeah, I think we're okay. There's really not much else, not many other ways we could tear it down. Again, we signed like Getzlaf, Edmondson, Weidman, and Cassian. Adam Ernie as well, just for the rest of the season to take up, oh, Frank, you're too kind, to take up cap space, because we got rid of quite a few people. But let's see, we beat Colorado 3-2, though. We've still won some games here and there. But it was clear we were 8th or 7th seed at best. Just go ahead and move on. Tear it down. Get a ridiculous amount of prospects that we can weaponize here. Filipino. Ended up on waivers. Oh no, Line got hurt. Line got hurt. Neil Pionk's going to be out for 7 months with a PCL tear. Line is going to miss 3 weeks with a sprained ankle. Matthew Strome for Zach Magwood. David Kasha dealt. Camden Ian on waivers. Alex Cotton for Kyle Palmieri gets moved to Dallas as well, so interesting moves for Dallas. Frankie, we're in our 3rd season, so 2024. February 24th to 2024. I am going to turn 30 years old on that day, if I live to see it. Fucking Christ. Yes, Line is going to go to the injury list. And like I said, there's really nothing else we can do. Unless William Karlsson wants out, which I don't think he's going to want to. I might as well check really quickly. Does Ovi want out? No. Does Atkinson want out? No. None of these guys are going to change their mind. No, all the dudes that have no trade clauses are holding on to them, so let's go ahead and sim to the end of the year. See this one through. Old 24. Is it possible to do draft to glory on FHM? Yes, it is. And we will probably do it one of these days. But it is indeed. Because in the expansion draft, again, we could just take the weakest overall players and then be good to go. So it's definitely possible to do draft to glory on this. And I would say don't be surprised if we do. Tyson Barrie on the move. Anthony Angelo. Cole Holtz. Sergei Bobrovsky, who ended up in Vancouver, has now been traded to New Jersey. If I'm not mistaken, again, Florida used their compliance buyout on Bobrovsky. Again, there was around an off-season where people got buyouts. So yeah, we could totally come up with an expansion team. Make a team logo or whatever. Probably see if someone like Grey Valley can come up with a stupid logo or whatever. Probably easier to do draft glories on this game, probably. February scouting update. Dylan Duke is still the #1. We have everybody scouted we could possibly need. Just keep going. Florida's waiting for that to happen in real life. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the compliance buyouts were to happen. Yeah, it just really wouldn't surprise me. You know, given the nature of the world we live in right now. Let's see. Developmental report. So we're looking for +3s. +2s are good, but +3s are great. Anything better than that's amazing.
Oh, good for you!
No +3s from the looks of it. Oh, there we go. Sawyer Minio. Andy, thank you for the follow, by the way. So this is just a random dude that we picked up. He's okay. He's okay. Some regression here for some of our older dudes, including Ovi. Stamkos was player of the month, as well as Joel Hofer as the goalie. Bitch Pigeon still makes me laugh. I really do wish that was still their name. Or not still, it was never their name. But obviously, you know, the option to have had that be their name, like that was one of the best, like, Reddit jokes of all time. Oh, Andy, interesting team to follow in Carolina. Minnesota have booted Jay Leach and named former Devil Jamie Langenbrunner as their new head coach. Jamie Drysdale is almost back and ready to go. M-Dog, what's up? Why you jumping around so much? You okay? Can't tell if you're all right or not. Leafs could buy out Tavares if that were to happen. You know, honestly, don't know. I think you'd have to consider it. Because in theory, if every team, as Max Pacioretty hits 400 career goals, if every team were to get a compliance buyout, who else would the Leafs possibly use it on? Obviously, you could elect to just not use it, as Drysdale is good to go here. Like, obviously, you could elect not to use it, right? If we bring this over here. But if you were to use it on someone, you'd probably use it on Tavares. You wouldn't use it on Matthews or Marner. They're too damn young. And you'd be giving them up for nothing. I mean, it would be Tavares. I mean, if it were to happen, like, heading into next season, it would probably be, like, Justin Hall, maybe? Or maybe if somehow something happened with Muzzin or Brody. But yeah, in theory, it would probably be Tavares. I can't imagine who else they'd use. Liney is getting closer to returning as well. Amy, come here. Come here, bud. What's up? Being a real goof. I don't know if you actually have to go out or not. If you do, that would totally end the stream, which I hope doesn't happen. What? What's up? What's up, pup? You okay? Goofy dog. Again, Liney is almost back. Let's keep simming here. Middle of March. We got about a month to go in the season. On 71 games now after that loss to the Rangers. So, no surprise playoff run. Isaiah Saville, our goalie, our young, out of nowhere free agent goalie, is in the running for the Vezina. As insane as that is. Let's see, how do we have too many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can send Liam Ross back to the Bitch Pigeons. We'll be good to go. Yes, Liney, we'll play you. So yeah, if you look here towards the bottom right, yeah, Saville leads the league in save percentage. I think despite missing the playoffs, we might have the Vezina winner. Which is crazy. Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, and Braden Point all hit 100 points. Be free. Damn, Warrior, a month's vacation, huh? Fuck's sake. It's a decent amount of time. Decent. What's up, M. Diggity Dog? Oh, the itchy dog, the itchy dog. People who don't know that I have a dog probably think I've just lost my mind. Ottinger, imagine if we had him. Yeah, let's not talk about that. When's the last time a Vezina winner was on the non-playoff team? Vezina winners. Actually, let's just search. When was the last time a Vezina winner was on a non-playoff team? Vezina winners on Hockey Reference. Well, this doesn't really help. Hellebuck, Fassi, Pecorine, Bobrovsky, Holtby, Price, Rask, Bobrovsky. I mean... 99, 2,000 caps, maybe? I don't know. Somebody look that up. I'd be intrigued to know. Snoofy, this is Franchise Hockey Manager 7. It's basically just like a super in-depth franchise-only hockey game. Jonathan Dollins left the Sharks. Trent Fredericks left the Ducks. Bunch of players on waivers all of a sudden. AHL Player of the Year nominees: Connor McLennan of your Palm Springs Bitch Pigeons. Dovar Tinling. Oh, so it would be Winnipeg. Fair enough. I thought Winnipeg made it. Or am I just thinking of the play-in? Newfie off of Steam. If you look at my pinned tweet on Twitter, I got a neat little discount code for you. Dovar Tinling, Lehigh Valley, and Seth Jarvis is up there as well. McSavid, what's going on, buddy? Hello from apparently Faryastad's exclusive commentator. Based off how it's worked out lately. Van Beesbrook in 85-86. Winnipeg would have missed if it was 1-3, but didn't they technically make it? Did they win their play-in round? I don't even remember. I don't think they did, right? It's the top goaltender Anton Bibeau, Colton Point, and Hunter Jones. Xavier, you missed it by about 45 minutes, man. I played 2 EASHL games. Rough save percentages, but some highlight reel saves. I need to get what goalie stance you use, by the way. Because I've had an itch to play goalie ever since commentating the games on Monday, because for some reason your guy somehow is perfectly able to cover both posts at the same time in a split. It's really weird. Defenseman of the Year, Fehérváry, Anderson, and PK Subban. Because of what he did with us, and then he got called up. So we got a couple of award options down in the AHL. I'm going to let my dog out of this room. I'll be back in 10 seconds. All right, we'll be back. So yeah, I guess the answer to that Vesna question then is Connor Hellebuck. All right, development report here for the beginning of April. Again, +2s are good. Really, any positives are good, but I'm looking for +3s. No, hey, Sam Alfano. +1 fighting, passing, and shot blocking. That's not too bad. Speaking of Hellebuck, he was player of the month along with Petro. Look at the stream afterwards. Using stance 49. Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. Glad to hear all is well. I think somebody clipped the 2 saves in a row that we made, that we strung together. I was a big fan of that. Wouldn't count the past season. Fair. So then before that is the question, and I still don't know the answer. Yeah, there it is. Let's watch this so I can feel good about myself. Was it this? Yeah, because he comes back down the other way, doesn't he? Yeah, it was this. I think. Is this the right one? No, that wasn't. You missed it. Whoever clipped this, it wasn't the one. It wasn't the one. You tried, but you missed it. Damn it. Andy, the rosters have changed quite a bit because we are 3 seasons in, so. All right, here we go. I think our final record on the season is going to be 37, 37, and 8. Oh, did AJ get it? Hold on before we do our end of season recap. Need to watch this. Oh yeah, there it is. AJ got it. Look at that beauty. The big kick. He hits the post on the side of the net, an open net. And then the big kick on the cross crease. You'll love to see it. I'm learning from watching great Sixes goaltenders like McSavid and Chad here. 600 points for Aho. Alright, nothing major doing there. So I think everyone's on 82, right? Yep. Alright, so the season is over. So again, we changed the playoff format to 1-8. So in the East, you have Tampa, Washington, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Boston, Florida, and the New York Rangers, making it the Toronto Maple Leafs last in the Eastern Conference. As insane as that is. And in the West, it's Vegas, St. Louis, Edmonton, Colorado, Calgary, Winnipeg, LA, and Minnesota. We were 13th as a part of our tank. Finished 25th out of 32. And again, we also have an extra first that I think is Edmonton. So, lottery pick and a well outside the lottery pick, but that will work out pretty well for us, I think. Just to take a look at our final point totals. Again, pretty rough season because we decided to tank. I mean, 51 points for Marco Rossi led the way. 46 for Carlson. 44 in 69 games for Patrick Laine. 42 for Nemesnikov. I mean, from there, it's pretty disappointing. Ovi only put up 32 points in 64 games. Cam Atkinson, a very disappointing 23 points in 75 games. So it was a little bit rough. Leading goal scorer was Jack Quinn with 22. Only 2 players broke the 20-goal mark. And in terms of goalie stats, like I said, I think Saville has a shot with a .929 save percentage. He only played 39 games, though. We'll see if Saville ends up winning the Vezina. Högberg put up a respectable .907, given the circumstances. And around the league, Kirill Kaprizov put up 52 goals, 50 for Guentzel and Stamkos as well. The point leader, though, is Connor McDavid with 115. McKinnon with 111, 109 for Braden Point, your top 3. Tom Wilson led the way with 144 penalty minutes. Sean Couturier now in Montreal, by the way, 58% of the draws. Don't know if I'm not mistaken, it's goals saved above average? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, goals saved above average. So Saville made way more saves than he was supposed to. Högberg, not so much. So yeah, Saville was insane. Absolutely insane in that regard. And then for the goalie leaders, the wins leader was Nedeljkovic in Detroit. Goals saved above, yeah, so Saville had a 26.34 and goals saved above average. Nedeljkovic, who was the wins leader, had a 20. He was insane. 7 shutouts for Joel Hofer and Tristan Jarry. Save percentage was Saville at a .929. So again, we might have a Vezina winner, but maybe the lack of games could hurt him. I don't know if there's any interesting stats here that we really want to look at. Again, of course, you get the advanced stats like, oh, the best PDO, the best Corsi, goals 4 per 60, stuff like that. So, if we wanted to look at, we could. But like I said, I want to try to get to the draft. It is getting late, though. So, that is it, at least, for our regular season. Again, we knew we weren't going to make it. The award nominees. So, for the Hart, it's going to be Braden Point, Connor McDavid, or Nathan McKinnon. For the Vezina, Alex Nedeljkovic, Joel Hofer, or John Gibson. So, Saville didn't even get a nomination. Has to be because of the limited games, but that's very disappointing. Not even a nomination for Saville. The Norris is Petrangelo, Kruger, Hedman. The Calder, Matvei Michkov, Roman Schmidt, and William Eklund, so we didn't get a single Calder nominee. Executive of the Year, Bill Zito in Florida, Brian McClellan, and Julian Brisebois. Selke nominees, Anze Kopitar, Max Jones, and Ryan O'Reilly, who's now in Washington. Max Jones got a Selke nomination. He's not even that good defensively. Like, he's okay, but shit, Max Jones got a Selke nomination. Lady Bing, Messier leadership, of course, or whatever. Ted Lindsay is Point, McKinnon, or McDavid, and the Jack Adams, Nazardine in Washington, Jeff Halpern in Tampa, or Ulf Samuelsson in Florida. So some former players there up for the nominees. We'll see what happens here. Actually, let's stop the sim, take a look at what the bracket is going to be. So it's Minnesota and Vegas, LA and St. Louis, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, and Colorado. And in the East, you have the Rangers, Lightning, Panthers, Caps, Bruins, Wings, and the Battle of Pennsylvania. We'll see what happens. Should have re-signed your RFAs. Indeed. I gotta wait until a little bit later on here, but I appreciate the reminder. So, yeah, we'll see how the playoffs go. Take a look at some other stuff as well, I do suppose. Yeah, nothing that we're worried about there. AJ, I mean, it was good, man. I mean, I understand criticism of the main event, is all I'll say. I enjoyed it. I'm fairly happy with how Wrestle Kingdom went on both days. No real complaints. Oh, good. William Karlsson's almost back, just in time to not be able to play. You know? It's great. Just in time to not be able to play. AJ, I completely agree with that, too. God, we're still only in April. Stop freeing me up with these messages. I could put on Do Not Disturb, but I don't want to. It can cause some issues. Let's see how this goes now that we are 100% out of the picture. Sorry, just keeping an eye on something. Don't know. Yeah, that would be my expectation, unless something crazy is happening. Unless he pulled up Brock Lesnar in like the same week as a WrestleMania, just being like, "Hey, I'm out of here. I'm main eventing your biggest show, but then I'm out of here." Let's see, April 29th. We still have a little bit of a ways to go. So I don't know if we'll get to the draft tonight. Scouting update. I mean, we are about as informed as we can possibly be. Just gotta see this out. Gotta see this out. Developmental report. What do we got? A couple of +2s. Just good news for us. +3 for Antonio Stranges. Team player screening and defensive read. Not too bad. Alright, so Pittsburgh is out. It's Philadelphia, Tampa, Detroit, Washington, Winnipeg, Vegas, Colorado, and St. Louis. So And then we get to the Hall of Fame nominees, which is great. My favorite part. So the playoffs. Vegas beat Minnesota in 5. St. Louis beat LA in 7. Winnipeg beat Edmonton in 7. And Colorado beat Calgary in 7. In the East, Tampa beat the Rangers in 7. Washington beat Florida in 7. Detroit beat Boston in 6. And Philadelphia beat Pittsburgh in 7. Raid T-Pain when you go offline. I might. So the Hall of Fame nominees. Again, we get to nominate one name. One name only, chat. To go into the Hall of Fame this year. Doug Waite, Steve Duchesne. Again, this is just the nominees. This isn't the actual Hall of Fame vote, so we only get to vote for one dude. But Doug Waite, Steve Duchesne, Alex Kovalev, Brian Bellows, Chris Pronger, who technically should have already been in, Dale Hunter, Brad McCrimmon, James Patrick, Kevin Hatcher, and Dave Babich. Whoever wins this, whoever wins that vote from us here, and the bottom names will join these names as the players that we get to vote on a little bit later on. Of course, we'll be able to nominate 4 names out of that for the Hall of Fame, and we'll see ultimately who makes it. But for now, it is just a vote between the players here that we can add. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's still weird. Like, we're going on 10 years since the locomotive plane crash, as crazy as that is. As crazy as that is. And incredibly sad, of course. Looks like it's a fight between Pronger or Kovalev so far. We might end up just nominating Pronger, get him in like he's supposed to. I don't really want to wait too long to do this, so waiting to see if more votes come through, but I think we're gonna go Pronger. Don't really want to wait too long, so congratulations to Chris Pronger. We might be able to get you into the Hall of Fame like you should be, like you are in real life, but turns out they made a mistake and there was just like an unchecked box when there shouldn't have been. So Pronger is, I would agree, definitely the standout of that bunch, so it's who we voted for, and rightfully so. AJ, I'd disagree with that. It's no different than, again, to New Japan talk this, it's literally no different than, like, Jay White. Like, he comes back and immediately lost to Tanahashi in the Dome, so it's no different. The World Championships have started. Of course, just a bunch of, like, hey, all your team's out, go play. Let's see, what else do we got? Still just more random news about the World Junior, or not the World Juniors, but the World Championship. So, I mean, Deno, I thought there was a couple of things, I thought there were a couple of things about the crash that caused it, unless you're talking, like, specifically, like, what was it? Someone accidentally braked, and that was enough. And if I'm not mistaken, both pilots were not properly trained and falsified documents to be able to do it, which is just horrifying. Well, AJ people are always going to complain because they don't realize in New Japan that to go up, you lose first. So, because it's always, well, if he's the new big deal, why didn't he win? And it's like, well, that's what they do there. So. Tampa, Detroit, Vegas, and St. Louis. I think that is our final 4. Detroit might go back-to-back here. They're up 3-2 on Tampa. Detroit's going back to the Stanley Cup Final, where I believe they are playing the Vegas Golden Knights. World champions in hockey, or what again? The World Championship's just a tournament. Just a random tournament, buddy. You could also Google it. As the U.S. managed to win it, they beat Canada 6-3 in the final. Colton Parayko, Matt Murray, Jake Guentzel winning the MVPs. But yeah, the U.S. manages to beat Canada. Olympics is the big one. Yeah, dude, the World Championships happen every year. Every year. All right, let's confirm this. Detroit and Vegas. I don't know how Detroit's doing it. Vegas is up 1-0. I don't know how Detroit won last year, let alone has an opportunity to go back-to-back. It was absolutely crazy. Right, Frank? U.S. beating Canada? It would never happen. Nothing to worry about there. Let's get to our Hall of Fame ballot. Vegas up 2-0. Looks like Detroit's quest is going to end, and the Vegas Golden Knights are going to pick up their first piece of silverware. Our developmental reports. Again, +2s are great. Looking for the big time +3s. Caden Cole gets a +3. Not bad. Ovi is continuing to regress a little bit, though, and that scares me. In the draft evaluation, Yuri Konechny, still someone worth looking at. So the Hall of Fame vote, we get to nominate 4. In theory, I would presume you guys would recommend both Sedins. But then who else? Because I can pretty much presume, like I said, the Sedins would be in it. Frank's saying Elias and Pronger. Is there anybody on that list? Kachuk, Hammerlick? Or is that our 4? I don't even think we need to straw poll it. Is there an argument to vote for somebody else? I feel like those are the strong 4. Of course, we tried to vote in the Sedins last year, too. It just didn't make it. All right, I'm not really seeing an argument. Let's do it. Daniel and Henrik Sedin, Patrick Elias, Chris Pronger. Those are the 4 that we are going to nominate. I appreciate Donna the shout out of Mikhailov and Verbeek. I do appreciate it. So we gotta wait until June 23rd to offer some of these younger dudes contracts. So let's just go for it here. Vegas, are you gonna make it official? They're up 3-0 on Detroit. And it appears as though the Red Wings' title retention quest is going to end. They do win Game 4. Can they win Game 5? The answer is no. Vegas wins the Stanley Cup in 5 games over the defending champions in Detroit. The Vegas Golden Knights get it done with this squad. Shea Theodore, Tomas Hertl, Mark Stone, Robin Leonard, Pietrangelo, Bo Horvat leading the way. Of course, they also had the likes of Carrier Smith, Selke nominee Max Jones, Alex Tuck. Nick Hague is a Stanley Cup champion. You love to see that. So Vegas gets it done after a 48-win season. And Detroit falls short. They won 49 games. Larkin, Mantha, Hischier. Just a very well-rounded lineup in Detroit. Not the craziest lineup I've ever seen, but it almost got them there. As the MVP of the AHL season is Dovar Tinling, Philadelphia Flyers. Kent Johnson won MVP of the playoffs, the Butterfield, with the Binghamton Devils. PK Subban won AHL Defenseman of the Year because of the time he played in the AHL with us, which is hilarious. Let's see, the AHL All-Stars, Bibo, Subban, Fehervari, Tinling, Jarvis, and Connor McLennan. So we did have somebody up there. Golden Knights, of course, win the Stanley Cup. The salary cap, of course, is now expended. So Sean Corrali, Ryan O'Reilly, Chris Letang, Mikhail Granlund, Victor Arvidsson, Brock McGinn, David Kampf. Trevor Moore, Tyler Johnson, William Carrier, all free agents. Shit you not, Nico was not on that championship team. He was literally traded to the Red Wings the day after the final, along with a 5th round pick for William Wallander and a 3rd. So Nico was not even a part of that cup run team. He literally just got traded there. Tanner Pearson, Brandon Montour, and Jonathan Marchessault will all be free agents. So Detroit loses and immediately acquires Nico Hischier. As insane as that is. I guess the question now, are we going to have certain veterans still use their no trades? Oh yeah. These veterans do not like to waive their no trade clauses. Not at all. So let's get to the NHL Awards. Figure it out from there. I've been wasting no time getting to work. That is like record time that a trade was done too. Vasily Podkolzin will be an RFA. Alex Galchenyuk's going to leave Ottawa after staying there. Obviously signed there in real life, and he still stayed there. Holy hell. Miroslav Petro is a scout. I'd love to keep you. Thank you. Bob Kilmister, I'd love to keep you as well. Oh boy. Dylan Gates, I'd love to keep you as well. Shawn Michaels. Oh boy, a lot of our staff members' contracts are coming up. This is officially problematic. Oh boy. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Not good. Not good. Tiger, what's going on, buddy? Eventually I'm gonna run out of money here. Would you like to extend everybody? Wouldn't that option be great? Oh boy. Sorry, we have Frank Grimes as a scout. I forgot about that. Well, time to renew contracts with our entire fucking staff department. Jesus. This is ridiculous. Shout out to Greg Judge. He is the law. And Bent Geertsen. Great name. Chet Bolyard. Oh my god. You know, it's not nearly as painful as it is in NHL, though. Not nearly as painful. Thankfully, it's all just scouts, except for this dude, our trainer. I'm waiting for the levy to break. Hall of Fame runoff vote. I can select 2 players for the runoff. Henrik will be 1, then we have either Dave Taylor, Gary Suter, or Roman Hammerlick. What do you guys think? Taylor, Suter, or Hammerlick? I knew to expect it. It's just a pain. Waiting for the word from chat. Who are we gonna go for? Who's it gonna be? Yeah, who's it gonna be? Dave Taylor for the wrestler. Anybody have a counter argument? Going once, going twice. Dave Taylor for the wrestler. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'd play the theme, but I'd get DMCA'd. San Jose has sent Sebastian Aho, the defenseman. Well, that's not nearly as fun now, is it? Sebastian Aho, the defenseman. It's ridiculous. Hall of Fame runoff. Hammerlick or Sedin? Perfect. We'll vote for Henrik over Hammerlick. I'm sorry. We'll vote for Henrik over Hammerlick again. So I guess Henrik's going to end up on the ballot. I didn't see anything about Daniel, though. An Aho for Aho deal. One could dream. One could dream. Normally that's reserved for back alley meetings in Vegas, Dunno, but hey, a man can dream. It's the 19th. We need to wait until the 23rd to be able to offer out some contracts here, and there it is. Stop the sim, stop the count. Stop the count. Stop the count. There we go. Cole Perfetti is going to be an RFA. Adam Lowry traded for Evan Klein. So the free agency preview. Connor Hellebuck, Jordan Binnington, Anthony Cirelli, and Ryan O'Reilly are all going to be free agents. Some big names are going to be available. Then we get to our team. I could place Cam Atkinson on unconditional waivers, huh? I forgot how to check in total, like, who I have to sign without, you know, like, I forgot how to check, like, when do I risk letting their rights expire? That's all I'm scared of right now, is I don't want someone's rights to accidentally expire. I mean, outright, there are players that I'm just not against letting go of. So, I mean, Zach Cassian, Kraken, and then unsigned. Hey, there you go. Thank you, Donna. Alright, so 2024. These are the dudes that we have to sign. For some reason, these guys are listed ahead, I guess, because August. So, Shane Lavelle, 27 points in 41 games with the Wisconsin Badgers. He's now 22 years old. Still just a half star with a star and a half potential. He's nothing special. I think we're going to rescind our rights on Shane Lavelle, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and lapse player rights for him. Next up, Vasilvolod Gaidamak. 1.5 star ability, 3-star potential, coming off of a 42-point season in the MHL. Ooh, quite a few greens, good stamina. I think I'm going to sign Gaidamak here. Go ahead and offer you a deal. I am currently showing up as being on max contracts, which isn't great. Alright, Zach Cassian. I don't want to buy out rights, but like there are certain players that I'm dropping. I just don't remember what what's the last day I have to sign some of these guys. Because there were certain dudes like Weidman and everything where it's like I don't have to buy out their rights, they're just gonna leave on July 1st. Fuck. Signing deadline is June 30th. Fuck. I feel like I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Maybe. Alright, at the very least, we know we're keeping Gaidamak. What about Ethan Brown? Ethan Brown, playing in Slovakia, 31 points in 38 games, 1.5 star ability, 2-star potential right now. He's 23. So, I mean, this is how good he is now, and he's not going to get that much better. He's well-rounded, like he's not particularly good at anything aside from defensive positioning, but he's not a shot blocker. He's not the most aggressive checker. Like his positioning otherwise is pretty well-rounded. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a tough call here as far as what to do with this dude. Frank, what do you got for us? A guide to cutting players. God damn it. I think Ethan Brown we're going to drop. We can obviously have higher expectations than him. So we still have Gaidamak. Austin Swankler. Great name. 1.5 star, or just star potential. Half-star potential. 2-star in full. Played semi-professional this year, 58 points in 29 games. Yeah, no reason to keep Swankler either. Not particularly good at any one thing. Only a 2-star potential. I mean, I doubt we could really get anything for him. Like, the one thing I could do is hold on to these guys and try to trade them. Like, I do wonder, like, what we could even get for someone like Swankler. Okay, you know what? That might be the move. Instead of, allow me to pop up the, part of the process there with, like, the AHL. That might be the move, is to cheese this and, sell these dudes instead. So, Jan Seacart. 2-star potential in total. 25 points in 41 games. In the DL. I mean, 2 stars is an NHL caliber player, but I just don't see it. Yeah, I just don't see it. He's not good enough offensively to take that big step up, I'd say. Yeah, I think Jan Seacart, we're also going to look to trade here. Swankler's gone. Seacart's gone. Ty Jackson is a 1.5 stars. 20 points in 32 games at Northeastern. Good offensive read, good at getting open, good stamina, good team player, but he's never going to be an NHLer. He is never going to be an NHLer, unfortunately. We know we're keeping Guentzel. Nicholas Zabanay. 26 points in 34 games for the BU Terriers. Really good skating. Unfortunately, just not that good defensively, not that good offensively. Again, just somebody that I don't think we can justify keeping. And then Costa Manikis. 15 points in 22 games for the Western Mustangs. I mean, he's okay. I just don't see when we'd ever use him. And if we compare him with other assets to get some trade value here, we definitely should. So Toronto absolutely sucked. And again, we put no limitations on ourselves here. So if I can trade these dudes, we have Ty Jackson, Jan Seacart, Manikis, Zabanay, and Swankler. If I can, if I can just ship these dudes off to Toronto, there's no reason not to. They won't accept the first. I mean, I might be able to get a 3rd rounder. I could propose a 3rd rounder for just a bunch of dudes that we're never going to sign. So we'll see if the Leafs accept that, and if not, then I'm just going to cut these guys. So let's go to the next day. Come on, Toronto, you got to answer here. You got to answer, Toronto. I still have other things to figure out with this roster. Toronto accepted it, so we're going to send out those 5 for a 3rd round pick from the Leafs. I mean, if they want to see if anything's suddenly usable from those guys, fair enough. But we are going to pick Horde like madmen here. That way it cuts down on the list. So Guentzel is staying. I have 5 other players I think I got to look at here. Dylan Jackson, 1.5 star and 2 star. 27 points in 33 games for Northeastern. Ridiculous offensive read, but nothing else is really at that level, unfortunately. I just don't think he'll make it. The mental ratings, the professionalism, the leadership, he's just not someone to keep around. He's really good at one thing, but unfortunately that one thing isn't conducive to like getting into like a top 6 role as a skill player. Caden Cole. Played Northeastern U.S. Semi-Pro and played for the Fayetteville Marksmen. 2-star potential, but only a half-star at 22. Out of Humboldt, Saskatchewan. Clearly not somebody worth banking on. What about Robin Van Kalster? Has some hardware to his name. 1.5-star potential, though. 33 points in 28 games. Yeah, again, just not a guy that that we're ever really going to use. So Guy DeMac is the only one that I'm really interested in here, aside from Mastro Domenico and Paul Ludwinski. So we're going to try to trade the other 3. Let's talk to Arizona on this one. Another one of the bad teams, and just see what we can get. Save the Waffles. Fortunately, the Waffles are out of here. Actually, it was the Islanders' first rounder we had, not the Rangers, so that does change things a little bit. So Van Kalster, Cole, and Dylan Jackson. Looks like we can get another 3rd rounder for this. Let's see if we can do it. We'll see if that trade goes through in time. And then that leaves us, honestly, with needing to just have some people go. Like, just get off of my roster now, please. The thing is, I don't want to buy out somebody's rights and then have to, you know, have to pay for them. But I mean, DeRitter, I'm going to put you on unconditional waivers because you don't even have a cap hit right now. Let's buy out DeRitter. I mean, there's nothing to buy out with these guys because their contracts are expiring. So in theory, I should just be able to say I'm cutting these dudes. It shouldn't cost me money. And that way, you know, I'm just making it clear, like, okay, these are my free agents that I'm dropping. And we should be able to sign our dudes like Vasavalod Guy DeMac to his ELC. Michael Mastro Domenico to his ELC. And Paul Ludwinski to his ELC. So yeah, Lewinsky. Yeah, we should be good. Hopefully, as long as these offers go through in time. Hopefully I didn't have to wait too long. So those players cleared waivers. I've yet to hear from the other 3. They better sign or I'm going to be furious. See, like, what the hell? It shouldn't be making me pay money for DeRitter. He's on an expiring deal. But I have no choice but to try and cut these people. I have to hit OK. So, I mean, I got rid of DeRitter at least. We do get to the awards ceremony. Alex DiOrio. Oh boy. Alright, we at least got to the awards ceremony. There we go. I'll take that. So, let's see. I mean, we already know that McDavid won the Ted Lindsay, the Art Ross, Kaprizov won the Rocket Richard. First award of this season goes to Connor McDavid, who wins the Hart. Look at that goddamn trophy case. 4-time Hart winner. 3-time Art Ross winner. Apparently there's only been a 1-time All-Star. Connor McDavid, who again, whose player card looks like this, for fuck's sake. It's ridiculous. Now 27 years old, Connor McDavid wins the Hearts. Conn Smythe goes to Alex Pietrangelo in Vegas. Avert your eyes, Blues fans. He's had 3 80-point seasons in his past 4 years. Alex Pietrangelo, a part of the Stanley Cup winning Vegas Golden Knights. Hasn't become official yet on his card there. Whoops. Let's see. Next award. Calder goes to Matvei Michkov in New Jersey. 49 points in 69 games. Norris also goes to Alex Pietrangelo, which is no real surprise. Michkov is ridiculous. Yeah, he's a king at getting open, like Ovechkin-esque. Selke goes to Max Jones, the underdog, but Max Jones wins the Selke out in Vegas. The Vezina goes to Joel Hofer in St. Louis, 921 save percentage in 46 games. Executive of the Year, Brian McClellan in Washington, and the Jack Adams goes to former Lightning player and now head coach, Jeff Halpern. So there we go. That is the end of the award ceremony. If I actually have to pay this money, I'm going to be pissed because now it's not leaving me the option to cancel. So if I'm actually on the hook for this money cap-wise, then I'm kind of furious because there's just nothing I can do. Like these players whose deals were about to expire anyway. But I have to try and drop them off my roster because otherwise there are rookies who are just going to walk from what I can tell. Unless I'm totally mistaken and they just would have been able to sign, but it said my roster was full. So, Joel Hofer was the first team and second team goalie. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. These dudes need to sign their contracts, goddammit. Have they not signed? Why the hell is it taking 6 days for them to sign their ELC? I am very confused. I'm not missing out on these rookies. I'll trade for them back if they leave. Jim Benning has been fired as the GM of the Vancouver Canucks. Their coach, Todd Nelson, also been fired. Sawyer Reddington going to replace him. Mark Recchi fired as Devils coach, replaced by Eric Lowe. Travis Green has been sacked by Arizona, replaced by Jay Leach. Tom McClellan fired in San Jose. So the Coyotes have accepted that offer for those three. We're going to take that. And for the love of God, those dudes better sign their fucking contracts heading into July 1st. Those three young guys better have signed their deals, otherwise I will force trade for them because this time it's not my fault if they don't sign. And as it is, I feel like I now have to pay out a ridiculous amount of cap hits. Which doesn't make sense to me. So it's like I should never have 50 contracts then, which isn't realistic. Like, either I should have just been allowed to release those guys because their deals were up anyway, because it was the off season, so their contracts were done. I should have just been able to say, yeah, you're leaving, and had the roster space to sign them. So, yeah, a little bit confused and concerned here for what's about to happen, if we're being honest. Guess we'll wait it out and see how it goes. We will wait it out and see how she goes. Hopefully it goes well, because I don't really want to have to do a ridiculous amount of things here just to set up this team properly. Loading, loading, loading. A decent amount of loading. There's the save. There we go. So let's see. Mikhail Backlund retires out of Calgary. Josh Bailey and Jordan Eberle both retire. Getzlaf retires and immediately has his number retired in Anaheim. Mark Giordano retires at 40. Jonathan Taves retires, and his number is going to be retired as well. Blake Wheeler, Matt Zuccarello, TJ Brody, Cody Eakin, Jonathan Marchessault, Brock McGinn, Tyler Toffoli, Brett Kulak at just 30. Jordan Martinick, Cedric Paquette, Sean Corrali, Frank Vetrano also at 30. Nick Bjorkstad, Eric Hall, Cody Curran, Nikita Nestorov, Power Lindholm, Freddie Gauthier all retire. Mackenzie McEachern as well. So 30 seems to be the youngest age someone can retire. Thank God, Guy DeMac, Mastro Domenico, not Mastro Simone, have signed. I didn't see anything, though, about our third dude And Ludwinski, which pisses me off. Brent Burns, Jake Allen, Martin Jones all retire. Barry Trotz retires as a head coach, replaced by John Hutchinson. Terry Pagula has sold the Sabres. Ken Holland retires and is replaced by John Chayka. James Dolan is going to sell the Rangers. Jim Playfair retires. Quite a few moves being made there. Alright, so the big question now. Free agency begins. Did my dude sign? Alright, so it's still showing Ludwinski. He better sign with me. He better. So looking here, it's showing us with 51 contracts out of 50, which is impossible. There's no way I have 51 contracts here. There's no way I have 51 contracts. I don't understand that. So the big name free agents here. We want RFAs off the list. So for goalies, it's the Austrian League included in FHM 7. The answer is yes. Both the top league and the Alps Hockey League also there. These are all of the leagues in the game. Not all of them are playable, but the primary ice hockey league in Austria is. So the top goalies out there: Hellebuck, Binnington, Saros, and Montembeault. And then hopefully we maintain Ludwinski. How much is Connor Hellebuck looking for? We have apparently 16 million in cap space. Why is it showing me at the max? Hold on, what is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is Bothellier there? Didn't I didn't. 4.
Oh, good for you!
24. But these have unsigned players. These dudes aren't even signed. Vsal, thank you for the follow, by the way. Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 there. And then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I don't have 50 guys signed, do I? Do I just not know how to math? Shit. Alright. So I can't sign Ludwinski until we move somebody then. Alright. Wow. Let's move some people out then. Blake Murray's gotta go. Minio's gotta go. And then anyone who's 2.5 stars now at risk. Especially if they're older. So I mean, Liam Ross is 23. Definitely gonna look to move on from him. Graham Clark, I hate to say it, but we might have to move on from him as well. I guess just somehow the amount of people I had signed just completely snuck up on me. Alright, Oliver Tarnstrom and Jack Pert. Let's get you onto the list. Ah, dicks. What else can we put on here? Get Tyrell Bauer. Just gonna see if we can move on from a lot of our guys that we don't really need to keep. Alright, so it says it thinks it'll accept that offer for the 2nd from Arizona. Looks like we can get a 2nd and a 5th. I'm going to force that through since it says it would basically accept it. So Sawyer Mineo, Blake Murray, Oliver Tarnstrom, Jack Pert, and Tyrell Bauer. We're going to move out to Arizona. And next up, I'm going to go back to Toronto. See if I can dump a few more contracts on their doorstep. Including Justin Sordiff, Oscar Lindbaum, or Carl Lindbaum, excuse me. Evan Vierling, Vasily Ponomaryov, I don't know how to say that name, and Liam Ross. Just clear out a bunch of contract spots. Second and a 5th appears to be the going rate. Or a 2nd and a 4th. So we'll take that from Toronto. Again, just clearing out a bunch of half-decent prospects if we're being honest, but we've stacked up this roster so much I can't afford to take a lot of 2.5-star players. So Michael Bianconi, because he's only a star player currently, we're going to move out. And we'll just get the deal done with Anaheim. Looks like we'll be able to get a 3rd for this kid. And a little bit more. 3rd and a 5th. 3rd and a 4th. Jesus. Alright, 2/3 would be too much. So a 3rd and a 4th for Michael Bianconi. We will take that. And that gets us down to 40 contracts. Okay. So I don't know, maybe I'm just tired enough that I completely almost mismanaged that. We should be okay though. So then the question comes down to goaltending. We have 18 million in cap space. Goalies right now, we do have Hogberg and Isaiah Saville still. Saville, of course, was amazing last year. So we are going to have to fill that out with players, but the big question is, do we go for the likes of Jordan Binnington or Connor Hellebuyck? Hellebuyck wants $10.5 million a season, so that is just not going to happen. We're never going to spend that much on a goalie. Jordan Binnington wants 8. UC Saros wants 8. And Sam Montembeault wants 7. So we're not going to go for any of the major goalies. We'll go with Hogberg and Saville again if we have to. We'll sign some players randomly a little bit later on. If we have to. Actually, we will go for Carter Gylander here. 3.5-star potential. At least bring this dude in as a prospect. At least try to. I'm going to meet the demand there. And let's commit to paying him a little bit more. And then we could also go for this 3-star guy in Dominic Vass, I'm guessing it is. And that way we have 2 decent prospects, and if we have to sign a veteran to help fill out the roster, we will. For the most part, though, we'll go for the 2 best goalie prospects. For the defense, there are apparently no good defensemen that aren't RFAs. Yeah, the only good players that pop up here are RFAs. So we do have 3-star prospects, like a bunch of younger guys that we could go for, and then there's veterans like Letang, Barry. So these are just guys to go for if there are no really good forwards, I would say. We are going to need some defensemen, though. I mean, we need at least one more NHL caliber defenseman. And then forward-wise... Alright, hold on, I hear the dog whining at the door. We might have to end the stream here. She's probably gonna... Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. She's going to have to go out, so we're going to have to wind things down here. I just want to take a quick look, though, at the forwards. Dylan Guentzel is outright a free agent. I don't know what the hell happened with him. All we can really do is throw our name into the hat. All we can really do is throw our name into the hat and see if we can get him. Wow, there's actually a couple of big-time prospects that have hit the open market here, even more so than the defenseman. We're going to throw our name into the hat with Trevor Wong as well. So we got Guentzel, we got Wong, we have Samu Tuomala. So all we can do is really throw our name into the hat for these young dudes. Brennan Othman as well. A lot of these teams are botching their negotiations. We'll throw our name into the hat there. And then there's Zach Dean as well. So all we can do with those players is just hope for the best. Actually, in terms of 4.5 or a 3.5 star, there is also Alex, I'm guessing it's Gessie? It's like Cece, but with a G. And throw our name into the hat for him. And we'll also look at Wyatt Johnston. Let's offer him $920. Alright, so there's just a ton of young talent out here. That's going to be our primary focus, is just trying to acquire these top-notch prospects first. And like I said, there are some 3-star defensemen, but it's best to not target them yet. From there, Ryan O'Reilly wants about $9 million and a no-movement clause for 4 years. He's 33. Anthony Cirelli only wants $7 million, guys. I think that's the play. 4-star, an amazing defensive forward. $7 million for Anthony Cirelli sounds like a pretty damn good deal for me. He's won a Selke in the sim. Jakob Vrana wants about $8 million and a no movement. And Jake Guentzel wants $9 million. No doubt, we also throw our name into the hat here for Anthony Cirelli. Honestly, I'm going to give him a no-trade clause as well to sweeten the deal. AJ probably. I'm going to give him a no-trade clause and bump up the money total a little bit. And we'll see if we can steal Anthony Cirelli for a pretty good price. So there are some other players that we can make a play for, but we need to hear back from Cirelli and company first. The draft is on the 7th. Let's at least get to the lottery results here. For a minute is a pretty weird glitch. So let's see what happens. We'll advance to the next day. Big moment here as we wait to hear back from a lot of those young free agents. Jake Guentzel goes to Washington. Wow! Washington pulls off the double and signs Jake Guentzel and Anthony Cirelli. They offered him what is essentially going to be a $7.1 million cap hit. 8.3 a season to start. Anthony Cirelli turns down the no-trade clause and goes to Washington. Jake Guentzel also signs for a $9.26 million cap hit. I thought for sure giving him that no-movement clause would seal the deal. Cirelli says no. That is a heartbreaker. Paul Ludwinski has signed his ELC with us. Boston trades Jacka Khan for Nathan McBriar. We get a bunch of national team offers, which again, we just don't want. Anthony Cirelli said no. That leaves us $9 million to play with. And while we could look for those 3-star potential defensemen, I don't really know how much we need them. You know? I don't think we go for them until we know for sure that we're out on the big names. Again, I'd love to get Hellebuck, but I really don't think it's worth paying a goalie $10 mil. So that leaves us... I mean, Ryan O'Reilly, who we could try to get on a shorter deal, or we look at these 3 stars. Gino wants $6 mil for the year. Could reunite Chino and Ovechkin. William Carrier. Ooh. William Carrier is looking for a dirt cheap deal. Alright, well, we certainly go for William Carrier. No doubt. Dominic Kubalik. We've hit our contract limit. What if I take the deal away from Carrier and ask what Kubalik's looking for? Kubalik wants $6 mil. Ivan Barbashev's looking for a dirt cheap deal. Yeah, out of those type of players, Barbashev did put up 30 points. Carrier is definitely more defensive, more physical. I really like Carrier. It's just a bottom 6 gonna kick the shit out of you type of player. How's Barbashev looking? Yeah, Barbashev's more skill-based, I'd say. He's good defensively, though, too. Ideally, I'd like both of them. Let's sim another day here. I'm not going to put in an offer for either of them yet. And immediately, Barbashev went to the LA Kings. Jakub Vrana goes to Ottawa. I was hoping to hear back from some of our other players, but that did not happen. Some of the other players that we were in for here. So, looking here, we're certainly going for William Carrier now, who is no longer interested because I pulled the offer. Well, we totally fucking botched that, didn't we? Fuck. David Kampf, what are you looking for? Dirt cheap. We'll give David Kampf the offer we were going to give Carrier. Let's move forward another day. We're almost to the lottery results. Hopefully we have ourselves a top 3 pick. Fuck. There's been a couple of things that just haven't gone the way I wanted them to. Come on. Especially losing Cirelli. I really thought we had him. Dominic Bass, or Bassie, has signed, and we got him. We got Dylan Guentzel. Holy shit. Well, that makes up for not getting Cirelli. 2-star, 4.5-star Dylan Guentzel has signed. I do not know what happened with the Ottawa Senators, but we get Dylan Guentzel, who's already pretty damn sick, good puck handling, good balance and speed. That is a gigantic pickup. Huge pickup for us there. So it hasn't been a complete series of L's so far. We still need to wait to hear back from other players, though. I'm going to go to the draft lottery, and that might end up being our stopping point tonight. Evgeny Malkin goes to Boston. Ryan O'Reilly to Dallas. David Kampf spurns us to go to the Islanders. Trevor Wong, 3.5-star. Brennan Othman, 4-star. And Zach Dean, 4-star, all signed. So we haven't gotten any of the big ready-now names. But boy, some of the prospects that we've picked up that other teams just dropped the ball with. We're looking really good here. We are looking really good here. Very nice. Very, very nice. So I'm just wondering now. We still have Tamala, Johnston. If there's a 3-star prospect, we should sign a defender. William Carrier. Come on, buddy. Come on, change your tune. Damn it. Again, Kubalik was looking for too much. We have a bunch of 2.5 stars that we don't even need to go after yet. Even though we have $9 million, we'll wait it out. Let's go to the next day. So at the very least, we've gotten prospects. GC signs, Gylander signs, Twamala signs, Johnston signs. Beautiful. So we've done a great job at picking up some young prospects. We missed out on Cirelli, but we're still looking very good for the future. The big question heading into tomorrow is how the draft will go. But for now, we're going to find out the lottery results. The Leafs have the #1 odds. Let's find out. Pick number 16. Will it belong to Columbus? Yes, it will. So no move up there for the Blue Jackets. Pick number 15. Do we see Montreal? Yes, we do. 14. Is it Vancouver? Yes. 13. Is it Carolina? Yes. 12. Is it the Islanders? Yes. 11. Is it San Jose? No. So the San Jose Sharks have moved up. Number 10, is it Chicago? Yes. Number 9, it can't be Seattle. Balls. All right, so we didn't win the lottery. Number 8 is Dallas. Is 7, will it be Anaheim? Yes. 6, Ottawa? Yes. 5, Buffalo? Yes. 4, New Jersey. It's Arizona. So Arizona falls from 2 to 4. Number 3 is New Jersey. They stay intact. And the #1 pick goes to the Toronto Maple Leafs. San Jose jumps all the way up to 2nd. Damn. So the Maple Leafs have the #1 pick. We do move up to 9 and have the 40th pick overall here in the 2nd round. I guess that 1st round pick might be for next year. Dominic Kubalik goes to the Penguins. So the draft will be tomorrow. That is the plan. As we look at the listed potentials here, the Leafs get a couple of good options. Our hope is with the 9th pick, one of these players stays on the board. Ideally, one of these 3 players, either Dylan Duke, Braden Yeager, or Cole Eiserman. We should be good to go. And from the looks of it, we actually do still have the Islanders pick. So we'll see how it goes. Big draft ahead.